Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Al Dutton, and a lot of people have been asking me how I wholesale deals. How do I make the big check? So I'm going to show you right now with my iPhone how I do it. I'm going to go to Zillow, and up here in the upper left hand corner is for sale. I'm going to click that, and you can see there's a drop down. Usually all these boxes are checked. You want to uncheck every single box except for by owner and hit done. Now search the zip code closest to you. So here you can see there's a little boxed out area, and over here where you see like 10 selections, those are all trailers, but these two that you see right here are houses. So this one's 269K and it's on Tamra Drive, and if I click right here, I can basically scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's their phone number right there. I could simply see if I can copy that. Well, it's not going to allow me to copy it, but what I normally do is I'll open up a separate document, and I'll do this on like my laptop, something like that, and I'll just type out the phone number. So 520-419-8633. And regardless if you're just contacting them to try to get the contract, or if you're contacting them because you're just generating leads, you could be just generating this information for another wholesaler and they would buy it off you for like $50. But you have to have it in a nice organized little spreadsheet. So 260K is what they want for it. And the next thing I want to look at is the history or the taxes. And you can see that right here it was 269, so they've actually dropped the price. It was 285 in November 2020, and they sold it for 125K back in April 2004. So 16 years later, they're selling the home. So we'll say 2004 bought, and then 2020 placed on market. So over 16 years, it's generated, what was that at? 125K. And it's saying that it's like $67 a square foot. Now it's $144 per square foot. So that's the price increase. You can kind of see a graph diagram. So next up, what I want to do is look for the name of the person who's on the deed. So what I've done is acknowledge that the address, I could even write it down real quick because I want all my leads in one spot, or when I get ready to make the phone calls, I'm just going to go down the list. So Tamra Drive, it's 85730. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to Pima Public Records or parcel search, and here it is. This is the home page. So if you're in Tucson, Marana, Sahuarita, any of those areas in Pima County, go to gis.pima.gov. So I'm going to search by the address number, and I'm going to just type in 7331 and hit search. Now it's going to generate a list of addresses alphabetically, and we know it's Tamra Drive, so all I have to do is come down here to Tamra Drive, and it gives me the parcel info, zoom to Pima Maps, or zoom to Map Guide. I'm going to go parcel info, and right here it shows that the name of the person is Stephen J. Emery. So I'm going to go up by the phone number, actually. Or we'll type the name first. Stephen J. Emery is who that is. So I can now see right here is the mail address. And they also, sometimes if the property's abandoned and they don't live there anymore, or they have a main address somewhere else, you could find where they actually live and send them a letter inquiring that you're interested in the home. Give plenty of contact info and hopefully they call you. You can mail out 50 of these letters a day. Like, I can mail this dude right here a letter. So when I'm looking at back at Zillow, they have an agent contact. Usually the agent is it's like someone who works for Zillow is the one that would answer. So like if I hit call agent, you see it comes up 210. That's Zillow's number. Property owner, this number right here. Gives a perfect description. You can copy and paste this or type it out into a purchase agreement if you get to that step. And so when I go right here, usually it tells you how long it's been listed for. And this one, it's not really saying. Oh, here it is. Time on Zillow, 60 days. So I'm going to just put that into my notes. Today is, what is it, 1/21/2021. And 60 days on Zillow. And price adjustment. So they are obviously having a hard time selling this house. So what I need to do is contact Stephen J. Emery and let him know that, hey, I'm interested in purchasing your property. What's the lowest you take? Or, what's the pain threshold? Like, what's driving you crazy with this transaction? Like, do you want to sell? Where are you going to move to once you sell? Like, what do you want to do with the money? Stuff like that. So that's just one example. Like, you could, like, this dude, he's dropped it from, well, I guess it's 269. I don't know why I put 260. So it's always been 269. So disregard 260 of what I was saying. But we could easily be like, yo, I'll give you $260K for the property and then relist it for $280K. Maybe put in some improvements which improves the ARV. So that would be $20,000 all from a deal. So let's hop down to this next one. That's $195K. So I'm going to type out the number, 720. Let's just type out the whole address. Pomegranate Street. 110 days on Zillow. And they want for it $195K. So every little piece of information you take down is like a piece of the puzzle that gets you closer to the goal. And as they say with Prey Drive, you want to vision the sale. You want to visualize the money and pursue it with intensity. So don't feel like you're at work. Feel like you're basically dominating this task. And you're doing it out of the joy of your heart. You're preventing some other person who's going to screw up the deal. You're trying to get them the most for their deal. Like, you're on their side. You're not here to screw over the seller. But as you can see, there's 2 locations where you could pull the number. And I've already had it written down. So let me go into my parcel. And we're going with the street number, which is 7120. search, and it was pomegranate, so let's go down to the P's right here, pomegranate street, parcel info, and dun da da dum, investment Capella Ltd LLC. So this is actually owned by Capella Ltd Investment LLC. So some people might say, oh, damn, it's an investor. They're not going to want to do the deal with me. They're not going to give me the chance to do it. But as you can see, they've 110 days on Zillow. They're not selling the property. And they might have bought it. Like, they might be there to fix and flip it, or just a quick, maybe they're wholesaling the deal. You never know. Well, I mean, they're on the deed, so they own the property, obviously, but maybe they had hard cash to put down already, and they're just waiting. They're middlemaning it. So, like, not only can you help them sell it, or would I be able to help them sell it, but if they're investors, any other deal that I have, so the phone number is now not only on the seller's list, but it's now on the investor's list or the buyer's list. And I can contact them if I have a deal, and that's the name of the game. Like, let's say I have a deal, my name's on the contract, they go to buy it, and that's a deal for them in the future. So like 3 months in the future, maybe a year, whatever they decide to do, like, it's the ball's in their court at that point. I'm just like step 2 of the process. And so, like, they would purchase that contract that has my name on it, and I would get paid, basically. So that's actually a good lead to have. So I'm just going to write down in this area, seller and possible investor, buyer. And I have a whole another folder category in a file that basically each folder is buyer, seller, wholesaler, I forget what else, lending. So if I need funds, like, I could probably acquire the funds myself. I would just have to fill out applications, get denied on some, and one of them would probably hit, and I'd have some funds. But for right now, you could do these deals without funds. You don't need funds, folks. You could hop right in it with the strategy that I'm doing right here, utilizing Zillow. And that's just one area code or zip code. Let's search where I used to live, 85704 zip code. I remember there's a property, $1 million property, that I was trying to go into contract with, and nothing really happened. So let me see if that property is still available. Like, it's Orange Grove, it's First Avenue, Oracle, Chula Vista, Casa Adobe's. Yeah, it was one of these properties right here. This one. They took it off the market. Yeah, so they actually took the property off the market. And I've been to this property. I actually already have the photos of it. And I talked to the owner, and he was a real jerk. So, but I mean, using that number, I could still send him a letter and be like, hey, I noticed you took it off the market. You had no success selling the home. Like, let's get this sold for you. Like, I know people who will buy these homes. I know people who live in Miami, Florida, who have millions of dollars, who will scoop these properties up. People in New York City, they will scoop these properties up. And it doesn't have to be a major city like that. I know people who live in rinky-dink cities like, I don't know, like Little Rock, Arkansas, or Montgomery, Alabama. Well, those are capitals. But anyway, like, I know people who live in places like that who invest. So, like, it's just a part of my step. As soon as we're in contract, it goes to the next level, and then they scoop it up, do the purchasing. And it's just a matter of mastering and duplicating that and getting in the cycle of doing it. Let's go 85719. We got sidetracked talking about that property. So over here, you can see like this is the university area. So some of these properties are 425,000. It's kind of a lot. 420. But look how nice that is. That's nice. That's really nice. So 1615. Let's just pull this lead and then I'm gonna end the video because I feel like I'm like 15 minutes into this already. But it's a good lesson because this will teach you how to acquire these leads, whether you're gonna sell the leads to wholesalers or try to go into contract yourself by doing outbound calls, having the right contract to go into contract on, and basically being able to have trust and go into a relationship with the seller or investor, whatever they may be. And from that step on, finding the buyer and getting your piece of the pie and just smiling every time you're at the title agency, shaking hands with both buyers, maybe bringing out a bottle of champagne to celebrate. So we got the phone number written down, 1615 North Santa Rita. Actually, I think I already have this. I have this guy's information already. I can bring it up. Watch, I'll bring it up on my notes. You'll see it. So 40 days on Zillow. I've already talked to this gentleman, as a matter of fact. I should have known when I recognized the number. So let's go to the parcel search. We're just going to go 1615. And he actually told me to swing by. I never swing by, so I better get out there and swing by. Like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? So these training videos are also motivation. All Hat Cattle Co. So once again, All Hat Cattle Co. So I'm going to write down right here, seller and possible investor. And actually, I already know he's an investor. Watch, let me pull my notes. You're going to see right now. And then we're going to end this vid. Might have been this one. Got all kinds of leads. All kinds. All right, that's not it. Places 2. It's got to be this one. Yeah, see, there's the number. 977-4115. 420. There was a lady named Barbara. And then when I called on December 19th, it was 12 days into Zillow. Here it is a month later. They still don't have it sold. And on the 27th, actually, is when I talked to him. So it's been, what is it? Today's the 21st. It's been like 33 days or so. And I talked to Guy. I forget what his name was, though. I think it was like Bill or something. But anyway, that completes the lesson. If you have any questions, call me at 520-443-0607. If you have a deal already in contract and you just want to get it sold, like I said, I know people in Miami, New York City, Los Angeles, millionaires, they buy these properties. They scoop these up as if it were ice cream. Every scoop, it's profit for them. They already have the money. They're ready to buy. So it's a matter of just presenting it, showing them basically what you have, and giving them a good deal. And as the world turns, we all live and learn and love life. And you don't gotta stress working a job when you can just kick back, pull the right information, connect some dots, and you have yourself a real estate business, folks. Have yourself a great day. And Al Dutton signing off. A Duttonator MediaT.V, bringing you them facts, not fiction. Have a great day, folks.